Hello everyone, my name is Lowko and welcome to some more Heroes of the Storm. Today I'm gonna be playing a game with the one and only lt.morales, one of the healers of Heroes of the Storm, one of the support characters, and my Rexar ally right here asked earlier if this is Lowko from LowkoTV on YouTube. I'll give him a little heart right there. But anyways, so this is going to be the second game that I am playing with this hero. In the very first game, I very quickly noticed that you run out of mana super fast if you're not careful. And that is the one thing about this hero. You don't really have any sustain on yourself if you are in combat. And you know, your real strength comes from healing up the allies. You're all gonna do that for the most part. At least what I'm gonna do for the most part in this game is focus on the Q ability, which is that healing beam that you could see. Now the healing beam is very nice because what happens is you can basically switch on the fly. So let's see, I want to heal up that guy and then I want to switch to that guy and then switch to that guy. I can just keep on switching back and forth between different targets constantly. And that is what this hero is all about. I cannot use that beam on myself, but because of my trade ability, I do heal out of combat using... oh, we gotta be a little careful right here. Oh, get out of there, Lowko. Oh my god, that was kind of scary actually. I cannot be healing myself up. However, I have a trait very similar to that of Muradin, where if I don't take damage for a little bit, I will start healing myself up significantly. So even though I don't really have very much sustain in general, I will be able to stay alive for a little while. But the first thing I've noticed when playing in the last game is that I'm actually relatively squishy for a ranged, for like a support character. I felt like I was relatively squishy until level 13. At level 13, we will become a lot more powerful. Alright. Okay, did get the heal right, or did get the ability right there. I'll go over the other ability that I got in a second, but I gotta be careful here, because I'm super mana inefficient, it feels like. Like, if I'm constantly using this beam right here, I will be able to keep everyone up, but I will not be able to sustain myself for very long at all. I gotta make sure that I am using my abilities at the correct timings. If you're spamming, and if you're constantly using the Q ability, for example, you will start getting in trouble very quickly. Ugh, a little unfortunate here. I'm gonna be going with the advanced block, keeping myself alive early on in the game for a little longer. And because on this map we will usually see very long fights, I'm actually gonna back up. Gotta make sure that I gotta back first. But everyone's alive so far, so you can see, like, healing wise, we're doing a ton. We're helping out the allied team immediately and just keeping everyone topped off right there. Now, one thing to note as well is that Tyrande got some significant changes in the last patch as well, and Tyrande did get, you know, some more healing as well, and she's now one of the top healers in the game for sure. But that is what it's all about. Positioning your hero, making sure you're managing your mana, and, you know, just keeping the team topped off without dying yourself because you're relatively squishy before level 13. So like I mentioned, we got the healing beam. The healing beam is very useful for taking out, for keeping someone topped off. The only problem is that it costs mana and it channels over time, but you can switch on the fly immediately. So that's kind of huge. Whew. And that is going to be my main heal. Then we got the W ability that I can activate on an ally. And what happens is that they will be a little more sustainable for a little while. So I can use that whenever we need, like, some more sustain. And I can use that to activate it on allies very quickly in order to keep them alive for a little while longer. But I'm not going to be using that one nearly as often as I am with the W, or with the Q ability. And then we got, last but not least, the E ability as well, which is it looks a lot like, it looks a lot like the mine that we got from what's his name? I forgot his name really quickly. Tygus, where you can throw the mine forward and it does damage. This one mostly just displaces. So what happens is that enemies that are hit by that skill shot do get moved out of position, and you can use it to, like, chase someone down and whatnot. I'm actually going to be upgrading that, I think, with the next talent. But early on, you will run out of mana very quickly if you're not careful. Okay, so the one thing that you may notice is that whenever I have my Q ability going, I can also deactivate it again, the healing beam, with the D ability. So if I activate the D ability, I will be able to keep people alive, and or I can actually cancel that channeling, so we will be able to keep it alive for a little while longer. We did get the first immortal our way so far, so that's very nice. Gonna be activating the mine right now. I gotta be careful that I don't push him to safety though. That's kind of what I'm worried for. And since it's not very mana cheap either, I'm gonna just, you know, be safe about it. Ooh. So this shield right there is pretty huge. I'm gonna be going with the clear. Keeping everyone alive, making sure that our beloved Illidan will be able to get out of there. Anyways, the Immortal is pushing lanes right now, so this is pretty good. I'm gonna drink from the fountain real quick, I may as well. But you can see, like, the healing out of combat is huge. Like, out of combat, you're great. If you're in combat, though, and you're getting hit, and, you know, you don't have that 4 seconds out of combat before you start healing up, you're in trouble. Now, I cannot use my E ability or my Q ability on myself, but I can use the W ability, so that extra sustain on myself every now and then. And that is something that we cannot forget about either. Like, if you hit Alt and W, obviously you will cast on self, and that's a it's a huge plus. It's a huge plus. Be careful, boys. We cannot go down there. Oh yeah, Rexar can now actually manually control his his heroes a lot easier. Oh my god, they helped me so hard. Yeah, and I do end up falling right there. Sadly, if they manage to hook me like that, you know, I just lose all of that sustain. And you should get out of there, boys. You should really not stay there. You should really not stay there. Oh my god. Everyone's immediately dropping in health. Tyrande is great after level 10 in healing. Earlier, before that, it's not nearly as good. We are still ahead right here, though. Nice hook by the enemy Stitches, obviously. Stitches did get some minor changes as well. Probably will make him a lot more viable in the upcoming games. It's going to be interesting to see how he's going to be played in competitive. Alright, so it looks like we managed to hold this one, at least for now. I'm gonna stay in this lane. I'm not gonna be helping Tyrande with the camp, because I feel like I'm better off spent right here, even though my damage is super low as well. Illidan is great at picking off camps. But yeah, I can use my my displacement mine to make sure that people stay alive as well, obviously. Like, I can use that to make sure that everyone just, you know, is moved out of trouble. Oh my god, that is a scary way of playing, sir. Yeah, that's way too aggressive. That is way too aggressive right there, sadly. Gonna drink from the fountain once again. Keeping my my heroes topped off. They are trying to do camps right now in the top lane as well before the next Immortal spawn. This is a little scary, but it's gonna push in very hard while this next wave is going on. So this is pretty good. As you can see though, I actually had my Q ability activated for a little too long right there. We probably need to... Okay, actually, are we gonna attack first? Okay, fine. We'll attack first. Yeah, you can see, though, like, I had it activated right there while not actually trying to heal up anyone. Like, we already had Rexar at full health, and I had it still activated for my own problem. Like, obviously, that's a mistake. And we very quickly lose out on a lot of mana right there. Like, that's gonna be pretty big in the next fight. That is undoubtedly gonna happen right around right now. We aren't level 10 yet. We have two very awesome ultimates. I think we're gonna go for... I mean, I want to go for the Medivac because the Medivac is amazing, but... Okay. Keeping everyone alive, switching between targets very quickly. I'm gonna go with the Stim Drone right here. Putting it on Illidan right there. Illidan will now start dealing more damage and just being an all-round more badass character. I can use it on Zera too, I can use it on Illidan. There's some crazy potential right there. Got him. Very nice so far. Very, very nice so far. We're doing a ton of healing. The nice thing about the Medivac, which I won't be able to show you really on this map, like you can use it maybe on like, you know, the Cursed Hollow, it would be insanely good. But basically what happens is you put down this Medivac thing, and the Medivac will immediately start pushing you around. Like, you basically have about 5 seconds, I believe, to board. And everyone that is close to you will then fly towards the objective that that Morales set out to be. But, I mean, in this game, the Stim Pack, or the Stim Drone, rather, is just going to be more useful. Basically, what this one does, I activate it, and they gain extra attack speed and extra movement speed. 75% extra attack speed? Oh my god! I did not realize that was 75% attack speed. That is huge for Illidan. Wow! Stim Drone on Illidan is insane, especially in combination with like Abathur and Uther. Wow, I did not actually realize there was 75% extra attack speed on a 90-second cooldown, so this is a pretty significant cooldown. But the mana cost isn't too high, and I mean the Medivac looks awesome, but that is just very, very good. Wow! Oh my god, the displacement mine right there actually immediately nuking him down. Gonna make sure that Alex stays alive right now. Activating and reactivating it. Gonna activate my ult right now once again on the Stim Drone. He is gonna be able to start dealing even more damage right now. Oh my god. That Abathur damage is gonna be stupidly high. We'll be using my abilities on him. He will stay alive right here. Should not be an issue. And he's gonna be pushed backwards. Gonna activate my ult, or I'm gonna activate my healing once again. on the Illidan player, but this is some crazy potential that we have right here. I did not realize that. I'm gonna go for the Couples Therapy. Couples Therapy makes it so that whenever I heal anyone with my Q ability, I will at the same time also be healing up myself. And that will obviously, you know, allow me to stay alive for longer. And sustainability is what we really want here. Gonna go towards the bot lane. We'll be able to clean that up very quickly, obviously. Oh, I accidentally pushed them out of the thingy. I'm sorry, Tyrande. Alright. No one to heal up right now, so there's no reason in using my ultimate here. Oh my god, that is so stupidly powerful. Yes. Separating them. Activating my abilities, making sure that I stay healing or I keep healing myself as well. And there we go. Activating it and deactivating it constantly. Very good. I'm gonna drink from the fountain real quick. And then we're gonna be going for the other camps as well.
Let us capture this mercenary camp.
Very good. Very nice, actually. So far we're level 13. We are gonna be at a pretty massive advantage so far. Oh, we have 28 seconds. 28 seconds is okay. Gonna activate here. One thing to note as well that I don't think I mentioned yet is that when I'm using my Q ability, I can actually also be using my, oh wow. That was pretty stupid. I can also be using, my melee, or my ranged attack rather, so I don't really need to worry about that. Well, actually, there's a massive fight going on at the top lane right now. The two healers were in the, were on the camp. Okay, we can actually take this fight easily. Okay, he is gonna be very powerful right now. I hope he will be able to make use of it, and he does make use of it right now. Didn't use it on Illidan right there. Instead decided to go for Zeratul. Zeratul's not realizing exactly what is going on here yet, which is a little unfortunate. Yeah, it looks like Illidan is going to be the primary target for that. Obviously, his basic attacks are insane. Nice for us right there. Sylvanas didn't actually reactivate her ability or activate the power shot right there, so she ended up falling. And we're actually in a very nice place here. You actually did start it? Wow. Okay, cool. I need some mana right here, honestly. But it's all good. You can see though, the healing of this ability is huge! Like, that's an enormous amount of healing in such a short amount of time. Like, he got topped off so rapidly. And you gotta keep in mind, I can switch with that on the fly. Have I already mentioned that I can switch with that on the fly? I feel like I've mentioned that about 16 times already, but... I mean, that's so big. That is so big. Alright, drinking from the fountain real quick. Do need my manners. Without my manners, I'm not gonna be able to do very much. Very nice. Looks like their Stitches is gonna fall right here as well. Okay, immediately deactivating the ability after Alex is stopped off. I'm just stopping off heroes. There's also a talent that will give you extra shielding if you're overhealing someone, which actually seems like it has a lot of potential as well. Wow. Whoa, whoa, what are you doing here? Sylvanas, you did. Sadly, it didn't start up the camp, so we didn't get it, but all fine. Let's push for the victory, boys. My basic attack damage doesn't seem to be very high, although it's not bad, actually. Well, you know, yeah, it's pretty bad. Never mind. We have about as much damage as this Zeratul, but I don't think that has to do very much with our damage. More so with Zeratul's. Okay. Gonna activate my ult once again on Illidan. I believe that was Illidan. Yep, that is Illidan. I'm gonna be going right here with, I don't know. Second opinion. No idea what it actually does. It gives me a second mind, I believe. Yep, that's exactly what it does. Great. Switching between the targets. He did blink out of there, which is a little unfortunate for me. Immediately switching backwards, activating my W ability on him. Throwing forward the mines, and did get the kill right there. Keeping up the Illidan player right now as well. Switching between those immediately. And very nicely, pushing slowly but surely towards their core right now. We have a massive level advantage. I gotta keep in mind that I'm starting to get a little low on mana, so I'm gonna stop spamming my abilities as much as I've been doing right there, but I think it is okay to do exactly that while the fights are going on. Gotta be healing up right here a little bit as well to make sure that we are staying topped off ourselves, but we are hitting the core right now, and that is what it's all about, obviously. Finishing off the game right here with how much healing? 33,000. I want to thank you guys all for watching. Have an amazing day. do not forget to smile, and I will see you in the next video.